guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tutorial on this ultra glowy glam Valentine's Day look, and I love the way this look turned out and I hope you guys do too. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So first I'm going to go in with my Cover FX Calming Primer, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face, kind of like moisturizer. This is great if you have any redness or your skin's just feeling kind of icky. Next, I'm going to go in with my Nivea Post Shave Balm, and I'm going to apply this in the exact same way, and I'm just going to keep rubbing it in until it starts to get tacky on your face. That's when you know it's ready. Then my Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, and I'm just going to tap and kind of blend this into the areas where I have my most noticeable pores, which is specifically my nose. For the eyes, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm going to gently tap this all over the lids and blend it out. For foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way and my Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I'm going to take the Too Faced and apply directly to my face, about a half pump on each cheek, and then a little bit less on my chin and my nose, and the Cover FX 2 straight onto my face. I use this more for yellow color correction, so I use the tiniest bit, and then using a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to blend my face away. I will be doing a Foundation 101 video for you guys, so I'll have all the details in there, so I'm just gonna speed this up for the sake of this video. But I really take a lot of time to blend my foundation in. I like my foundation to almost melt into my skin, but you want to make sure you're getting your chin near your ears, down onto your neck, anywhere where skin is exposed, because you don't want it to look like your foundation is really a mask. Not cute. Using the Sephora Luminizing Drops in Ultra Light, I'm going to apply this to the high points of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and also a little on my forehead, and I'm going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. This is just going to add a little extra luminosity. I am going to use powder all over my face, but this is just going to help the skin look a little more like skin. For my concealers, I'm using my favorite Urban Decay Naked Skin concealers in light neutral and medium light neutral. I'm starting out with the light shade, and I'm just going to pop that underneath the eyes and down the sides of the bridge of my nose. And then using the medium light shade, I'm going to bring that down the center of my face and around my lips and my nose, just to add a little bit of brightness and more concealing. And I'm also going to layer this over the lighter concealer shade so that it doesn't look too stark against my skin tone. Then with the Beauty Blender, I'm just going to blend it all away, using the rounded side for the center of my face first, and then using the pointed side to blend out the under eye concealer, really making sure I get into the corners of my eyes. I even take this onto my lid just to make it all look like one cohesive shade. And then I take the rounded side of the Beauty Blender and I blend out where the concealer meets my foundation, just to make sure all my base makeup looks seamless. Using my Beauty Blender, I'm just going to pack my Laura Mercier translucent powder onto all the areas where I had applied concealer. This is going to set the makeup really well. It's going to prevent any creasing throughout the day, and it's also going to help brighten the face, specifically under eyes and center. And it looks super cute while it's setting. For my finishing powder, I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Perfecting Veil and an IT Cosmetics powder brush. I'm going to tap this onto my skin. You never want to blend or buff powder on top of your cream or liquid foundation, because the powder mixes in with the foundation, and that's when you start looking cakey or streaky. Never cute. And while I'm doing this, I'm also going to buff away all the Laura Mercier translucent powder, so you still get that bright effect, but it just works better with my skin tone. For contour, I'm going in with the new Makeup Geek contour powder in the shade Love Triangle and my Nars Ita or ITA brush, and I'm just going to create a soft contour. I have an entire contouring video which I'll have linked down below, but specifically for this look I wanted nothing too crazy, but I'm still going to apply it to my cheekbones, my forehead, my chin and jawline, and make sure it's really blended out. Next, I'm going in with the shade Infidelity, and I'm just going to deepen up the hollows of my cheekbones, specifically near my hairline, because I wanted a little bit more of that intensity. And with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to go ahead and lightly contour my nose. For bronzer, I'm using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Luminous Bronze Light, and I'm going in with the Real Techniques blush brush. This bronzer is beautiful. It's really glowy, there's a natural looking shimmer running through it, but it adds just the right amount of warmth to the skin. So I'm being pretty liberal with it, applying it to all the places where the sun would kind of naturally hit my face, but not forgetting to bring it down onto my neck so everything looks even. And then I'm going in with my powder brush and I'm just gonna blend everything out so that I don't look like an Oompa Loompa. The first blush I'm using is the new Kat Von D Shade and Light blush in the shade Piaf and Po, and I'm using my trusted Nars Yachio brush for this. I'm mixing both the shades together and I'm just going to pop that onto my cheeks. This is a beautiful kind of muted mauve matte blush. The next shade I'm using is the Sephora Micro Smooth blush in the shade Fuchsia Flushed, and I'm just going to pop that on top of the Kat Von D blush. This one has a little shimmer running through it, so it's just going to add a little extra dimension. And the last blush I'm using is MAC's Petal Power. This one has a beautiful gold shimmer running through it. And what I'm doing by layering all these blushes is it's going to make for a really glowy cheek look, but it's going to also help the blush look really dimensional. And I'm going to blend everything out as usual. Now onto the eyes. I'm using the new Dose of Colors Ideal Duo in the shade Shell, and going in with the tinted cream primer on top, I'm just going to tap that onto my lids with my finger. For eyeshadows, I'm using a custom Buxom eyeshadow palette, and I'm going in with the shade Lingerie Lover first on a Sigma E25 brush, and I'm just really going to blend that into the crease just to create a light shadow and also my first transition color. Then I'm using the shade Spoiled Sexy, which is this amazing deep mauve rose shade, and I'm gonna blend that into the crease just to deepen up the color and also to add a little bit extra drama. Using the pigment in the Dose of Colors Ideal Duo, I am using a Sigma E54 brush, and I'm just going to pack this onto the lid. And can we just take a moment? How amazing is that pigment? Like, that pigment gives me life. Anyways, I'm just going to apply that all over both my lids and kind of build up the intensity to however I want it. Then going back into Spoiled Sexy, I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit more because we lost some of the intensity when I was applying the pigment, and just also to balance out the whole look. If you have any fallout underneath your eye, you should be able to just take your powder brush and lightly sweep it away, and it should just dust off, specifically because of all the powder we had placed underneath the eye and on the face. Taking Champagne Buzz on a Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm just going to pop this onto the inner corners of my eyes and also right underneath the arch of my brow bone. This is going to brighten the whole eye look, and it's also going to make the brow look a little more lifted. And then I'm going to go in with my E25 brush without adding any more eyeshadow, and I'm going to blend the edge of those colors to make it look seamless. Going back into Spoiled Sexy with a Real Techniques shading brush, I'm going to buff this onto my lower lash line just to add a little more definition, but I kind of want it smoky and a little soft. For eyeliner, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eye Crayon in the shade Rococo, and I'm going to first tightline both my eyes, and then I'm going to create a really thin line, keeping it as close to the lash line as possible, but I'm not being very precise with this line because I'm going to use a smudger brush, and I'm using the Smashbox Travel Smudger brush, and I'm going to blend that line out, and that's when you can really perfect the shape of the line, but it's going to give you that definition in a very soft way. For my brows, I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Medium Brown. Now, this is not my official brow routine. I'm going to do that in a separate video for you guys, but I've just been testing out this brow definer, but I'm pretty much just following my natural brow shape. I like thicker, fuller brows, but for this look, I didn't want anything crazy intense. And then I'm going to go in with my Brow Wiz in Medium Brown again, and I'm going to fill in any sparse parts that I might have missed, and I'm also going to add kind of details and a little bit of sharpness to certain areas. And then taking the tinted brow gel in the shade Espresso, I'm just going to go over my brows to set everything we just did. For highlight now, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Gleam. And using the shade Mimosa first, I'm going to just blend that really lightly onto my cheekbones with the Makeup Geek Face Highlighting Brush. Then using Starburst, I'm going to pop that mainly onto the very highest part of my cheekbone, and then I'm going to blend that out just for a more intense spotlight kind of highlight. And then dipping back into Mimosa with a Real Techniques brush, I'm going to hit the bridge of my nose and then emphasize the tip and the bridge with my finger, as well as the Cupid's bow. And then using my Nars Yachio brush, I'm just going to blend that out with my blush. And same thing with my powder brush. You guys know the drill. Using my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix Spray, which is a major key for me, I'm literally just going to douse this all over my face, maybe excessively, but definitely excessively actually, and then I'm going to fan my face dry. And then using Starburst from the Glow Kit on my E30 pencil brush, I'm just going to amp up the inner corner highlight, and I'm also going to bring this up to the brow bone. I've done this in my other tutorials, but I feel on me personally, it just really brightens my eyes and makes it look more awake and also a little more feminine. And then I'm taking my Beauty Blender and I'm just gonna dab that on top of the highlight because I felt like it was looking a little powdery, and this should just let it melt into the skin more. And then with my powder brush, I'm just kind of hitting the center of my face where I thought the spray had made my face look a little too dewy. For my lashes, I'm going in with the Lancome Sills Booster XL Primer and then the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm doing a super light coat, mostly just to remove any powder or eyeshadow that may be on the lashes. And then for falsies, I'm using the Lily Lashes in Kuwait, and I'm using the House of Lashes glue with that, and I like to let them sit and get tacky before I apply them. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my lips in with this liner. I didn't overline for this look because I wanted it to be a little bit more natural, so I'm just following my natural lip line. Then I'm going in with MAC Pink Plaid just on top of that, so it's a really pretty kind of baby doll pink lip. And by then the lashes were ready, and I love doing this. This is like without lashes, and then with lashes, to me they just make such a difference. They're such a game changer. Then I'm gonna pop on the other eye, and I like to just press on the lashes so that they sit up the way I want them to. And using my Marc Jacobs fine liner in the shade Blacker, I'm just going to run this along the lash band to kind of hide it and to cover up any glue or shadow that may be looking funny. And I'm also going to put this into the inner third of my eye just to blend the lash band. And then using this lash curler, I'm just going to blend my falsies with my real lashes. For my lower lashes, I'm first going to go in with my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and really apply generous coats of this. And then I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara and just amp it up even more. And that is the look. So this here is, with my hair down, the final result. If you are not really into more of a matte lip, you want more of a glossy lip, then just add another blue-based kind of baby doll pink gloss on top. And it'll give you a little bit more of a softer feminine look to have a glossy lip. But if such a bright pink is not really your steez, then go in with just the lip liner, skip the lipstick, and using Buxom, White Russian, and Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar lip glosses, apply that over the lip liner. This is going to give more of a neutral pink lip, and the gloss is all together just going to make it look a little more natural and toned down. That's all for this Valentine's Day glowy glam look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I think this look is perfect no matter what your plans are this Valentine's Day. Leave a comment down below for me and let me know what you guys thought about the tutorial, and also any videos you guys want to see from me in the future. But until the next video, thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys!